find that that was or was not a solution?
It was. Well, the first one. The first one.
So I'm hearing different things. So let's check it. So for this one, it was negative 10 equals negative 3 times 2 minus 4.
Oh, that's good.
And this would give us negative 10. But then the second one.
This one is.
So that would mean it's not in general.
I'm still right.
So this would be no, it's not. So when I ask in general, is this solution the solution or not? You would just say no in general. Alright, what about the second one? Was that a solution or not? Yes. Did we need to see that? Moving on to the bottom section. As a reminder, that is a good way to check yourself. So let's say you graph it at the end, or when we talk about how to solve it algebraically, check it by doing that, put it into both, see does it work. If it works, then great. If it doesn't work, something went wrong with either your solving by graphing or solving algebraically. We're only going to do one of these, and then I'm going to show you how to check this in the calculator / desmos, and then you'll have time to practice. So for this one, we have to state the system and the solution. Doesn't matter the order. What is the solution for number 5? Negative 2, negative 1, where they cross. Then to state the system of equations, we just have to write the equation of both lines. So I'm going to color code one of them to change it. So if we had to find the equation of my now blue line, what would the slope be? So not this one, this one. But it's negative, so down 3 to the right 2. And then the y-intercept out would be not 3, but negative 1.
Oh.
Right, and then the other one, the slope of that one would be
it'd be.
So we can go up, but we're not going right. So it is negative, negative 1/2. And the y-intercept?
Negative 2.
So this is just doing the opposite of what we already did. Before we had equations, we had to graph it and find the solution. Now we are given the graph and have to find the equations and state the solution. So you just have to be able to do both, back and forth. Questions on this? Go to the very last page. On your calculator, go ahead and reset it. 2nd plus 7 more 2. And then we're going to do number 1. So this is a good way to check yourself, like while you are taking the test, quiz, and you want to double check is my answer correct. Besides that first part, this is a fast way to check it. In your y equals, you're going to type in both equations, 1 into y1, 1 into y2. So alpha y equals, to get your fraction, 1/7 x plus 6. And then the other one, 9/7, so alpha y equals again. X minus 2. And once you have them both in, hit graph. Mine are in color, so it's a little bit easier to see, but you should still see this. If you don't see this, you would have to move your screen. So if you didn't reset your calculator and someone else used it before you, you may not see this on your screen. You may have to zoom in, zoom out, reset the graph. So if you can see where they cross, you can count it. But sometimes these little lines, I recount the same line or miss a line. So to avoid that, go into second trace. And which of these do you think we're looking for?
Intersect.
Intersect. So go on to number 5. And then it's going to ask you for the first curve, that's just the first line, hit enter. The second curve, it'll jump to the second line, hit enter again. And then it'll want you to guess. You don't want to guess, you want the calculator to do the work, so hit enter one more time. And it'll tell you what that intersection point is. 7, 7. So that's a great way to check yourself. But this only works if your equations are already in slope-intercept form. If they're not, then you have to solve it first before you put it in here. Questions on how we check ourselves in the calculator? And you can check yourself that way for everything, the word problems that we're going to do, the solving algebraically. You still have to show the work algebraically, but you can still check it in your calculator. Okay. Then I'm going to do number 2 in desmos. You can do this when you start to practice. So in desmos, you don't need to solve it. You can put these in exactly as is. So I'll put in number 2, 2x minus 3y equals -9, and 11x minus 3y equals 18. Your 2 lines will appear. Wherever they cross is your solution. Or if they don't cross, they're parallel lines, no solution. Or if they graph on top of each other and really many. Questions on how to check yourself in desmos. So then for the remainder of class, you're going to do one of 2 things to practice. You can keep working in these notes, do whatever problems you want in these notes, or you can work on the Delta math that is due on Friday for this topic. You can work together, use desmos to check yourself, use your calculator to check yourself. While you guys are working, I'll be calling, I already started this morning, but calling some of you up to do course recommendations. Okay, so you have this time to work